This is where dreams are born. Million miles away, but it still feels like.
You think the next girl is getting a better version of your ex? She's not. She's just putting up with stuff that you weren't. That's all that is. So if you were with him and you were like, oh, he's not marriage material, or whatever the case may be, whatever it is, and you see them and you're like, oh, you know, maybe I prepared him for her, or whatever you're thinking in your head, I promise you, boo, I would say 8 times out of 10, that's not the case. It's just a new relationship for her. You know how we all delusional in the beginning. That's all it is. This is fresh for her. They probably going through a love bombing phase. All the stuff that you thought for the first 3 months, that's what she's going through. That's all it is. That is not a changed man. That's probably not an improved man. That is just a man that's on to the next. And she's just putting up with stuff that you wouldn't put up with. So don't sit up here and feel bad and think, oh, he's doing stuff for her because he's improved, or she's getting a better version of him. No, she not, boo. She getting the same thing you was getting. So don't feel bad. Don't get jealous. And just know that that person wasn't for you. It makes it easier to move on.
I don't care what anybody says. If I'm with somebody and it does not work out, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm some big old tough. Nope, I'm very sensitive. It would bother me, you know, if they moved on. But if they decided to do that, that is on them. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because a lot of women will fixate over who the guy dates after and what he does after, when you should be moving on with your life because you are no longer with that person anymore. And I would not sit there and stare at somebody's social media for years and years and years, hurting myself in the process. It doesn't make any sense. So I feel like a lot of women who do that and don't move on, like, it just gives a full-blown psycho in my mindset. You know what I mean? Like, why are you so focused on who he's dating, if they're getting married? If that is so much work, like, you snitch on yourself making videos like this because you monitor your exes. And especially if you're on a platform, not saying this for every creator, but when you talk about certain things, other people are listening to you, you know, and you could be influencing people. So this is what you do after you and your ex break up. That's insane. I'm not going to be seeing if he's getting married, if this is that. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. That's how I'm going to do my moving on. But let's keep, you know, talking about this, because y'all, there's a lot of things she said that just, I'm not understanding her thought process, but I understand where she's coming from. I totally get it. Y'all, so I'm going to be very honest. I don't believe that every single person you deal with is a perfect match for you. And I think that's the reason why you guys end up fighting. There's a lot of things you don't like about one another and you end up moving on, correct? So this is how I see it. If a guy moves on to another woman and he gets married to her, and just like she's saying, oh, he might be doing all this for show or doing all this stuff, you know, now, but it's probably just all for fake. There are times where men meet women that they've been looking for their whole life. And that's the reason why they end up marrying those women. Now, I know that there's some men out here who just do it because they're trying to get back at their ex. There's men who do that, just like there's women who do things to get back at their ex. There's people like that that are vindictive, let's be real. But I don't always think that every single person your ex gets with after, he's going to be blatantly disrespecting them. Like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know what kind of people y'all have been with, but a lot of the times I think that a lot of women say stuff like this and it takes away the part of accountability, because there are times where you might be the problem as a woman. And if you hear videos like this, you're going to justify, oh, why you guys aren't together, when 9 times out of 10, you were probably the problem. Again, I'm just trying to be blatantly honest here, because when I watch videos like this, I'm just like, geez, this seems so entitled. Like, oh, she's not going to get the best version of you, this and that. I honestly am in a state of mind where, like, I don't have that, like, immaturity thing anymore where I want my ex to do awful and I hope they die and all this crazy shit. Like, I pray to God, if you ever are in a toxic relationship, I pray that the next person who gets with that person, that they get the healed version of them. I don't understand why you would want a woman to get a fucked up version of a guy. That's my personal thing. Even if it wasn't me with the person and I couldn't be with them, I wouldn't look at it in that type of way. Because like I said, if you were the better woman, you'd have him. Let's be real. You'd still be with him if you were the better woman. If you guys wanted to work it out or he looked at you in that way, you guys would be together. Am I not correct? So that's why these videos, to me, they just scream entitlement and, like, I don't want to take accountability. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're constantly picking at stuff, I always think that that person ends up being the problem. But hey, that's just my personal opinion. But yeah. And I just want to say something, because a lot of women don't get this sometimes. Everybody has things that they like about certain people, and there's certain things you can connect with people that you can't. And a lot of the times you might think in your mind that all the stuff you did for your partner or your ex was like grand, but in their mind you did the bare minimum. Because a lot of the times some men and some women don't take the time to actually understand what that partner feels like when they're loved and what it takes to love them, because everybody has different love languages. So if you're not loving them in their love language, 9 times out of 10, they probably didn't feel the type of love you were giving. So a lot of women like to do that. I gave him everything. I cooked. I did. But a lot of the times you can cook and you can clean and do that. But if you're a nagger, if you're disrespectful, if you're mean, you know what I mean? So what I'm trying to get at, the whole big picture here is everybody ends up finding somebody they connect with more in the future. And I truly believe that that happens. So if you didn't work out with your ex and he's with a girl a couple months later, they end up getting married and working out, that was probably the person for him. They probably connected on a way deeper level. She probably can talk to him about things he can never talk about with you. You see what I'm saying? So there's certain things like you just got to understand. You lost, babe. You lost. You got with somebody else. But I don't look at it that way, y'all. I feel like a lot of people who keep looking at their exes and see who their exes date, like, give yourself the chance to move on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why people do that so much. I understand it hurts. I understand you don't understand why you're not with that person no more. But once you and that person decide to break up, move on. Like, I don't get why you want to linger on to that, keep hurting yourself by watching their stuff, especially if they're moving on quicker than you. That says a lot. You probably should be doing the same thing. If they're starting businesses and getting with people and doing all that, you probably should get to it. You're wasting your life watching somebody who doesn't want to be with you. I don't know. That's how I took this video, y'all. So tell me what you guys think down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, please. And go ahead and watch the entire outro, y'all, because like I said, my P.O. box, all my information, direct links, and everything will be in the description down below. Thank you for watching. And if you guys want any advice videos, or you guys want to have me react to certain videos, send them to the email that is after I'm done talking in the outro. Peace in the Middle East. Have a good day. Look at Ty, y'all. She's right there. She's right there sleeping. She said bye.
But it still feels like home in the